Are you ready to break the chains of poverty over your life? Well, the doctor has the remedy. The book, The 10 Commandments to Black Economic Power, is here right now, written by the People Scholar, finance PhD, Dr. Boyce Watkins. Also, buckle your seatbelt because summer 2023 B1, the movie, is about to launch. You definitely don't want to miss that. And here's what you all been waiting for. The All-Black National Convention is making a stop in Atlanta. That's right, we coming to the A. October 2023. Make sure you go to boycewatkins.com to get your tickets, or we'll have the link in the description box as well. And if you're about your money, like you better be, right? I need everybody to text the word stock to the number 31996 to receive free Dr. Boyce Watkins stock alerts. All right, man, so Fat Joe was on his IG Live earlier, and he dropped his feelings about Gillie the Kid and his son, YNG Cheese, that was actually just murdered a few days ago in Philadelphia. I'm going to play what Fat Joe said, and I'm going to give you a pretty interesting perspective on how I feel about the whole situation. So here's Fat Joe. Stick around for my commentary on the matter. Roll tape.
Stood in Philly, got one of the biggest podcasts, Philadelphia, you break my heart. Here you got a brother, Gillie from Philly, did it in the rap, didn't give up, stood in Philly, got one of the biggest podcasts present, $1 million worth of game. Wallow came out of jail, Wallow drops gems every day. They love Philly. I was just in Philly with Drama at the Roots picnic, and Gillie introduced me to every little young gangster from Philly backstage. Yo, real deal, yo, we trying to help him so he could change. You talk about an ambassador, the city of love. You talk about a guy who loves his community. Then you kill his son. You leave little Cheese on the street. Gillie's one of the only he's one of the only ones out there still showing his face in Philly. Throwing Gillie Week or Gillie Day and helping the youth, helping the community. Wallow did all those years behind bars, so you don't do it. You kill his son. I don't know what the problem was. I do know they could have beat his son up. Could have beat him up. If he did something foul, the worst thing on earth, you could have beat him up. But no, that's Gillie's son. He's somebody. He's Gillie's son. Gillie, the famous guy. One of the only guys really popping out of Philly right now. Let's kill him. Let's take him off this earth. Philadelphia, you break my...
I mean, here's the thing about the whole situation, right? Does New York break your heart? Does Baltimore break your heart? Does LA? Does Memphis? Cleveland? All these places where people are dying every day. And here's the point I want to make. And condolences to Young Cheese. You know, I feel this. I had a brother that died to violence in the streets of Philadelphia, and it still hurts to this day, right? I'm going to tell you that, right? I don't talk about it much, but I talked about it now, right? But if that's all we're going to do is just talk about it and not put boot to the ground or, you know, build up something where we can actually reach the youth, then all this is this internet soapbox bullshit, including myself, right? So we only talk about it when it hits us close to home or affects somebody we love. 30 people could die in Chicago, nobody cares, right? And I get the desensitized, we hear about it so much, you don't know them personally. I get all that. But if we really care about it, if the men really care, if the men want to really see it stop, what the hell are you going to do about it besides talk on the internet, right? Now, it may be effective for some people, but just because, you know, I'm a successful guy and I helped these people and this and that and I did this, don't mean somebody going to put a bullet in your head, bro. So you got to understand the climate that we live in. And I always make this analogy of going into the jungle. You got poisonous snakes, poisonous spiders, lions, tigers, and bears. You better be prepared when you go in that particular atmosphere or you will be stung, killed, and eaten alive. No different in the streets, right? You have to understand the element that you're in and the type of people that they don't even care about life. You think they're going to care about what you did for the community, this, that, and third. So we got to be realistic, I think, when we're talking about certain things, right? And I do agree. I'm not with all this gunplay stuff. Beat a nigga's ass, right? Jump on something. I don't agree with all the shooting stuff, but unfortunately, this is the generation that we're in. And a lot of us, and we got to be real about this, right, took penitentiary chances and left these children to be raised by single mothers, right? When you leave them out there, the streets is going to raise them. You got a lot of great mothers out there that work very hard to steer their son in the right direction. But a woman can't raise a man. A young brother, a young boy needs a man to stand in there and be like, nah, you ain't doing that. You ain't going to them streets, bro, because you got to deal with me. You ain't hanging out with them. You got to deal with me. You ain't doing that. What the hell is you doing out 10:30 at night? Nah, get your ass in the house, son. This is how a man does it. A man does this, and this. This is how men react. I'm not going to be overreactive, going wild. Okay, he did this to you. You're not going to go kill him. Fight him. Talk to him. The first thing you want to do is go grab that pistol and go put that twerk in and then be locked up for the rest of your life. Come on, man. So if we really fed up about it, what are we doing? Are you going to go coach that team? Are you going to go mentor at the YMCA? Are you going to go to the community center? Shit, if you got the money, you going to build something? Instead of showing us $4 million watches, $20 million watches, banging ass cars, money, hoes, and clothes, what are you going to do? Are you going to go? And I'm not saying that nobody, Fat Joe didn't do anything. I'm just using this as an example. Are you going to go to the Bronx and put a center there, a 24-hour center where kids ain't really, if they don't want to be in the streets, they don't have to be in the streets, that they can go learn a trade maybe, read a book, go on the internet, something? Are we going to do that? Are we going to pull our resources? Or are we going to get online and just stun on niggas? Are we going to say, oh, man, I got more than you. I'm that N. Are we going to call every woman a B, a bad B, a ugly B? I don't F with that B. He's a BAN. As that's what our culture has, become at this point, right? Stunting on somebody, shining on somebody. I got more than you. Ha ha, I'm better than you. So we breed the atmosphere. We breed this type of atmosphere with the hip hop music, the way we treat each other, right? Look at other people, how they greet each other. A lot of people greet each other, they give each other a kiss, right? A lot of cultures, they hug. I'm not saying that we don't do this, but for the most part, we are looking at each other up and down, looking at somebody's sneaker, looking at them up and down. Who the hell is this nigga? We all automatically feel threatened or in competition with the next, instead of saying, all right, this is my brother, man. Like, what's good? How can I help you, my brother? If I step on somebody's shoes, it ain't got to be a knock 'em out fight. It could be, excuse me, brother, my bad. I can clean them for if you want, bro. So it's about a code of conduct. It's about where we treat each other. It's a lot of different things. I'm not going to go through everything here. Hip hop, obviously, I think breeds the atmosphere for stuff like this, with the type of message that these guys put out, what they're saying on these tracks, on these songs and whatnot. So I think it just breeds the atmosphere. But I'm not going to go too deep, man. I had a lot to say, but I'll say it on another day. I just hope that I always look for the lesson in something like this, and what could be, the lesson. I think there's a lot of lessons. A lot of lessons in this particular what happened here. I think we can get this, looking at any major city or any small city, it's probably been hundreds of people, maybe thousands of people that have passed away and that are going to pass away from gun violence in the next few weeks, right? If you're tired of it, each individual person has to stand up and say, all right, what can I do in my home first, in my community first, to try to change this? What can I do? Talking on the internet just ain't enough, and that goes for myself. I'm going to fall back. I'm going to, chill. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Boy, I got a piece.